wanted to not have backseating for that. Is this...
Like, how often have you gotten it?
Not very much, because I said at the beginning that I didn't want any. Okay, is this good now? I made a new stream. It's still laggy.
Okay. It looks like it's just laggy now. Like, background and you. Oh.
Still?
Oh, okay. Now it's good. Now it's good.
Okay. That's good.
Audio.
Audio's fine.
Okay. Audio. Blech. English. I hate it.
Okay, I know, Hollow Knight is just one of those games where, like, you just want to explore and learn things for the first time, so, you know, I wanted to make sure there was no backseating on that.
Okay. Looks like it's not lagging anymore. I think I saw it lagging like a little bit.
Oh dear.
But it's smooth.
Okay. That's good. Just waiting for people to get here and hoping things continue to be fine.
It's like so close.
Hmm?
Into my grasp.
What's so close?
The books. Let me see. Where's...
Oh yeah. Sky has been waiting on some books to read of their new favorite series.
Oh, okay. If he's working in Paul Outpost, he's so close. Okay. Anyway, yeah, not me buying a book because I thought why not, and then I read it, and I need to read the other two like right fucking now.
Oh yeah. Won't be able to be here for long, but I caught the start. Hi, Septuple Anti. Glad you're here. I guess if you can't stay for long, maybe we should get started. Croak said he would be a bit anyway. Well, half-organic hero of virtual space, Dimension V, she calls her stage. The name of the waves that bring her voice to your ears, she calls out to the Omniverse. Let's play! Salutations, everyone, and welcome to another installment of Ace Attorney Investigations. Let us begin, yes. Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. Last time, I mean, a lot of stuff happened. We figured that Judy Moody might be the killer. Possibly, but who knows. But we're gonna figure it out today. Books like drugs for Sky. Kinda, yeah. Books, fanfics, anime, manhwa, whatever. Any of those.
On me, it don't matter.
Yeah. But yeah, we are going to begin and hope that things stop being laggy.
Right now.
Hmm?
The background and everything, it's smooth.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
April 2nd, 2:33 p.m., Zodiac Hall Fountain Room. The test results have just come in, sir! Off to a great start. Traces of ubiquium were found in the teapot! I knew it. They were?
It's just
You cut out a little bit there, unfortunately.
I mean, my mic is being good today.
Course you'd better not think this means you beat me! You really need to drop this obsession with coming in first, Mr. Winner. We're all on the same side here, remember? We're all trying to get to the truth. What? But first is best! Everyone knows it's better to be a winner than a loser! That's really no way for a prosecutor to think. Not a successful one, anyway. What? But I...
From taunting the boy. Oh shit, tell me I caught that.
The first part of it did not,
Fucking hell. Okay. Enough. Mr. Edgeworth, please refrain from taunting the boy. Ignore him, Eustace. He isn't worthy of your attention.
Wow, British Homestar winner. Winner became British for a second there. It's the vibe, I don't know. But Gavel, oh, white.
I take care. Why don't I take care of things here for now? In the meantime, you can perform the far more important task of going and checking the victim.
Oh, yeah, good idea. I'll be right back. Homeschool winner will be right back. Eustace winner will be right back.
Excellent. We'll see you shortly then. I swear, if I have to pull up the fucking tablet for this.
Mr. Winner's annoying but totally harmless. Judge Gavel, on the other hand, is annoying and harmful.
Yes, now! Found? Perhaps you could explain why traces of ubiquium were found in your teapot.
I had no idea there was anything like that in there. Perhaps it's one of the ingredients in the dishwashing soap I use. Excuse me?
But you're telling the court that you did not intentionally put ubiquium in the teapot?
Yes, exactly. Why would I? Until today, I had no idea it could even be used to make poison gas.
That's a fucking lie.
You're a trained actress, are you not, Miss Bound? I'd have thought you'd be a more convincing liar. What do you mean? You have access to the Ultimate Cookbook, correct? A book that just happens to contain instructions on how to create the poison gas used in the attack. Meaning it's perfectly possible for you to know exactly how to make it.
It's like, they had the book since she was young, and I'm pretty sure she probably would have went through it as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
You're very well informed, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, Edgeworth is saying, is what Mr. Edgeworth said true?
The book does contain information on how to make the poison gas, yes. The fact that I've seen it doesn't make me guilty. Can I ask exactly how the gas was triggered?
Victim used a blowtorch to heat the lid up on one of the display cases, thereby melting the ubiquium.
I see. But he locked himself in the room, didn't he? Surely that and the fact he triggered it himself. Wouldn't it be point to being a suicide attempt? I mean, that would...
No.
That would be a really convoluted way to kill yourself.
Yeah.
So she's not willing to admit to anything. Furthermore, where I've gotten hold of the Infesticide Ultra? Oh, I don't know. Perhaps you stole it. You know, I did bump into Moody Judy a week or so ago. Oh, well, you see, someone told the gas their pronouns and just couldn't take it anymore. Oh no, is the gas race or homophobic, transphobic, or something? On that very evening, I noticed my Infesticide Ultra had gone missing. Judy, surely you didn't. Delicia, you carry your bag of pharmaceuticals with you everywhere, don't you? There would have been any number of opportunities for someone other than myself to steal it from you. That's true, and I don't have any hot evidence that it definitely was Miss Bound who stole it. Hey, Jude, there's clearly something you're not telling us. Why don't you just come clean, We all know you never hurt somebody for no reason, so... Oh, it's just a gas hole, of course. Not you two. You think I'm guilty as well, Mr. Fender? Can you blame me? We got one wing disguised as another, a gas trap in one of the display cases. You're the proprietor of the establishment. It's looking a lot like you did it, kiddo. Kiddo? Oh, wait, yeah, he is older. Right? I think.
He's older by 2 years.
Right, yeah. So you're just barely qualified to call her kiddo. You've got this all wrong. You have to remember, the gallery doesn't have any security cameras, nor any security personnel, so it would be really easy for me to convincingly fake this plan. Hey, Judes! Don't be sad, or I don't know that song. Also, I'm tucking into some...
Again?
What?
How does Hey There Delilah go again, but replace Delilah with Jude?
Hey there, Judy. What's it like in New York City? We're 100,000 miles away, but oh, you're looking pretty. Yes, you do. No one could do this crime but you. Also, I'm tucking into some Jude's ice cream. What a coinky-dink. I'm sure it is. If some ill-intentioned person or other wanted to get in undetected, I don't think they'd have much of a problem. And as we all know, I'm the only employee here, so I'm the one in charge of all of that.
Oh, the only employee doesn't have security. Oh my goodness, why is that a thing?
So you know, clearly, I'm not the killer.
Wow, you're practically asking to be burglarized. You need to be more careful. Big Thief could have a field day in here.
I don't think she's joking. Actually, it seems that Mr. Gusto did in fact enter the gallery before it opened. Sheesh! Judy's one tough cookie. She's not budging an inch. Maybe it's time to rock a little technique Gregory taught me back in the day. And what technique might that be? So, hear me out. Everything's connected to what happened 18 years back, huh? And since we're not getting anywhere by focusing only on the here and now, maybe we ought to approach this from a different angle and look to the past for clues instead. I think that's the first time he's done that animation when there wasn't quotes in the text box. A turnabout in thinking! So my father used this method as well. He said it! He said turnabout! He said the words! Alright, let's run this through the old Thinkatron. How was Jude's involved in what happened back then? According to Miss Bound, it was because of her that Mr. Frost-flavored ice sculptures melted. Dear Mr. Higginson, it's me, Delilah's lawyer. I am writing to inform you there's a third restraining order in effect. The first two haven't stopped you yet. She's quite upset. Did you write that yourself, or is that from something else? Kay just wanders off and starts putting random stuff in her pockets. She would. She probably has already.
Okay, I think I have to switch to my tablet.
Okay. And yet his... Okay, and yet his sculptures are on here display at this very gallery today.
Me.
There you are. Alright, turning you down. This is cool. This is good. No, that's an old parody. It's a full song. Oh, what song is that? Also, I'm getting notified of a lot of skipped frames. Is that a problem for anyone?
I did notice it was a little laggy, but now it's back to normal.
Okay. I don't know how to fix that. I'm sorry about that, but...
Yeah, the background... Okay. It's like, every once in a while, the background kind of lags.
Okay. I have a solution that might work. Yeah, let's just forget that. Let's just turn off the background for today. Does that work for everyone? The song is called Your Song About My Client Delilah. Oh, I need to listen to that. So hear me out. Ooh, Fender's gonna tell us what fictional characters he wants to have sex with. Yeah, I'm very interested who's on that list.
Oh my god, okay.
And yet his sculptures are here on display in this very gallery today. Is it possible that she is Mr. Frost? Thank you, Fender. I think I know what I need to ask Miss Bound now. Don't thank me, thank you, Pops. Now take it away, Milesy. I'll grab the popcorn. The Pops corn, you might say. Miss Bound.
Oh,
you say that you were the one who caused Mr. Frost's creations to melt 18 years ago, correct? I'm afraid so. I was young and foolish, and it was a terrible accident. And yet, what you did allowed... And yet, what you did allowed you to open this exhibit, no? What do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? If you're going to ask such a question, perhaps a formal testimony from Miss Bound might be best.
Yes, perhaps it might. I'd like to know a little more about Zodiac Hall. About when Miss Bound decided to dedicate this space to Mr. Frost's work.
Very well. If you believe it to be relevant to the case, I will allow it.
Why is she being helpful today?
I don't know. I don't trust it. Miss Bound, would you mind?
Not at all. I'll do whatever it takes to prove that I'm innocent.
Then please, if you could give us some background on the Zodiac Hall and the pieces on display here.
Alright, testimony time. It took 18 years, but at long last I was finally able to buy Samson's home back a little while ago. But a place like this is expensive to maintain, so I decided to turn it into an art gallery. To that end, I collected as many Paul Halik pieces as I could from around the world. Because if I'm honest, it's always been something of a dream of mine to open a space dedicated to his work.
Thank you for your testimony, Miss Bound. How wonderful it is that you were able to fulfill your dream. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, everything seems to be entirely above board to me.
Same here, and that's suspicious.
That's fucking sus, indeed.
Judge Cavell, that was simply the witness's preliminary statement. As you surely know, the value of that testimony cannot be evaluated without due cross-examination.
Spoken like a true attorney.
It's almost like that's your job or something.
Why? It's every Friday.
What's happening?
The I guess the landscapers, I guess you call them, are here.
Oh dear.
And they have the wind blower.
Oh man, at least it's not picking up, but that's annoying.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, very well. You may do what you must.
Alright! I'm in a press everything mood. What do you think?
Yeah.
18 years. You must have gone through a lot to buy it back, Miss Bound. This home, this place, such memories abound. I couldn't stand to lose what I had found. She's back in musical mode. Samson, I did what I had to do. To see that home was waiting here for you.
How did you make it look so easy?
Hey, could be worse. At least they're not police using that windblower to gather evidence at a crime scene. God damn, that Karen Reed stuff is nuts. Huh? The what now?
Hold up.
What's this about? I'll say, but I wouldn't expect any less from a trained triple threat performer. And if she's accused of murder, she'll be a quadruple threat. If you could continue with your testimony, Miss Bound, minus the singing, if you please. Excuse me.
You're good.
Yeah, quadruple threat. She can act, she can sing, she can dance, and she can kill. But a place like this is expensive to maintain. Yeah, I saw that. You managed the gallery by yourself, Miss Bound. Yes, well, we only opened today, so I haven't done much actual managing yet. But wait, this is the first day that they opened?
What the fuck?
I have to keep the mansion going, can't have it falling down around my ears. Samson could come home any day now, after all. So she really got the house back for him. I'm so sorry, Judy. I wish I could have done more. Oh, you've done plenty, Mr. Fender. If anyone should have done more, it's me. Even if the only thing I can do right now is keep this place safe for Simon. Uh-huh.
Who that? Like...
Paul Halik. That was Mr. Frost's pseudonym, correct? Yes, he adopted it while he was working as a sculptor in France. I see. I'm curious about some of the pieces in your collection. More specifically... how you're able to acquire the Taurus and Gemini sculptures. The Karen Reed murder investigation includes the aforementioned windblower, no one searching the house, and police storing blood samples in red Solo cups rather than sterilized evidence bags.
Holy shit!
What the hell? That... yeah, okay, you know, I'm sorry to think that this game series is actually a bit toned down in terms of, how bad the police are.
Yeah.
It's my understanding that Mr. Frost died before he could complete them. Yes, I was able to create replicas for the Winter Wing based on photos of the sculptures he made. Really? Perhaps you could go into some more detail on that? The Boston area, if I recall correctly, the initial trial ended with a hung journey. The retrials just started. Wow, okay. I don't really pay attention to true crime stuff, but that's crazy.
I looked it up. Apparently today's the third day, or yesterday was the third day of the retrial or something. I don't know.
Huh. Tell me more about this dream of yours, Miss Bound. Well, what I really wanted was to open a gallery with Samson, of course. Oh, she's about to sing. A gallery of dance, a gallery of song, a gallery of gaiety and candy all day long. That was the idea, anyway. Here I thought art was to be appreciated in silence, not accompanied by musical numbers. It depends. Have you ever seen A Day in the Park with George?
No.
It's,
anyway, alas, Mr. Tangaroa transgressed against the edicts of the Goddess of Justice.
Also, for the past couple of days, I've been sneezing, and I was wondering, why the fuck am I sneezing? And then I just remembered, oh wait, it's spring.
Yeah, that'll do it. Allergy season, it's a bitch.
Yep. Anyway.
And as such, that part of your dream may go permanently unfulfilled.
Okay, she really does not like to sugarcoat stuff. No, Samson he's innocent! An awful prosecutor refused to listen, but it's true. It never hurt anybody. Mr. Tangaroa gave a false confession in order to protect Miss Bound. Two of them really did what they could to protect one another, didn't they? Was able to create replicas for the Winter Wing based on the pictures of the sculptures he made. These photos you mentioned, you mean the ones you yourself took in Mr. Frost's room 18 years ago? Yes, you certainly know a lot about what happened back then, Mr. Edgeworth.
So those statues in the Winter Wing were just copies. And I didn't even get to see them before they melted.
No, the sculptures in question were definitely not replicas. Which means that Miss Bound is lying. Wait, really?
What?
Wait, huh?
I'm confused.
I know, it's such an awful shame, and after we went through the trouble to recreate them, too. sculptures in the Winter Wing weren't replicas, they're the very ones from 18 years ago. Huh? I know I need to show her I'm aware of that, or I'll never get to the truth.
Wait,
hang on.
You remember the cart? Remember the cart and it was like wet?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
Oh yeah. Also, because Miles is the guy who didn't like musicals, didn't like guy who didn't like musicals. That's a really good musical. If you haven't seen it, you really need to see it. It's by Star Kid. It's fantastic. It's about a guy who lives in a town that is being overrun by a musical zombie plague.
Oh wow.
It's amazing. This piece of evidence will reveal the truth. Really, it will? You seem determined to paint me as the perpetrator of this crime, Mr. Edgeworth. Why else would he resort to tactics like this? Miss Bound, please don't cry! Fine, then shall we continue?
No.
Don't overthink this,
Hey,
recheck the evidence. Okay.
Recheck the evidence, you got something that directly proves the statues are the same.
Okay, here's the Winter Wing photo from before. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I might know what it is. But wait, where's the... Do I have a picture of the... Oh! It's missing the... It's still missing the strings! It's still missing the strings that they ate back then! I think. That's probably it, right? That makes sense. Right?
Yeah.
Take a look at this piece of... Okay, I guess that's not the right evidence to use. Or you could take a look at my latest dance routine. Instead, I'm quite proud of it.
They don't look the same? The fuck?
Huh? Your dance routines have nothing to do with this case, Miss Bound. But neither does that piece of evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Shall I continue? Like I said, overthinking.
Like I said, overthinking?
I think I'm underthinking. Okay, that's the... wait, no, this is the Pisces statue, that's... And that's not Pisces.
Is it the... How do we know which...
Is it just the... Are we just supposed to present the picture? Is that it?
Guess.
There's a clear contradiction in your testimony, Miss Bound. Ah, crap. Contradiction! Contradiction, suspicions, searching for an admission, but you won't get one! No, you won't get one! I almost started dancing along! Let's try for an encore, shall we? If you wouldn't mind, Miss Bound. Not check the evidence item you actually need. Okay. Okay, let's look at the case file.
Let's do this. Statute of limitations, next page. Okay, next page.
No, it's not that. The gallery pamphlet.
Here we go.
Is this it?
Next page. Next page.
This is the only pages.
Okay.
The luminous cloth?
18 years ago. Probably that.
Or not.
No,
Okay, this is not going great.
We're losing health.
Okay. Poison gas ingredients.
Okay.
Finger marks. Salt lamp. The family photo? No, that doesn't have anything to do with it. The teapot, the sketches. Could it be the sketches? No. Oh, the gem.
Oh, wait, here we go.
Wait.
Sugar composite matches the sugar found in the pale blue liquid in R.D. Frost room 18 years ago. Is this today?
Oh, wait, yeah, it is. So that's gotta be it. That's gotta be it, right? I can't think of anything else it could be. Yes! Okay, finally.
There we go.
I'm afraid you've run out of road, Miss Bound. You can lie all you like. You can't deny the results of the tests conducted on the sculpture's remains. And those tests leave no room for ambiguity. But you haven't displayed one replicas. They were the very statues Mr. Frost carved 18 years ago. Ooh, I can probably help explain how they worked it out if you like, dear. It's the sugar, you see. You might think sugar is sugar, but the composition is actually very unique. You could probably recreate the statues, but the sweet secret of their chemical makeup, no chance. Thank you, Miss Scone. I don't recall asking for help, but still. I'm happy to be able to do her voice, at least. Put simply, the statues didn't disappear back then because they'd melted. They disappeared because you spirited them away and kept them hidden for these 18 long years. Honestly, quite impressive to keep ice statues for 18 years. Ah!
What? She kept a pair of flavored ice sculptures around somewhere for all that time?
Heh, it's not the most out there idea in the world, assuming you had a big enough ice box.
Quiet, all of you. Miss Bound, have you anything to say in your defense?
So you've already learned that much. Okay, I guess not then.
Should I take that to mean you admit to having hidden the flavored ice sculptures in question?
Yeah, especially when she didn't even live here for most of that. That's a good point. No, I admit to no such thing. I haven't proven I was the one who took those statues away. And you won't, because it would have been impossible for me to do so in the first place. The police were already here when they disappeared. How could I have done it without them noticing? Heh, how indeed. I don't yet know exactly how you did it, but I'm far from ready to say it was impossible for you to have stolen them away. You're a very persistent man, aren't you, Mr. Edgeworth? I am indeed, and I won't stop until I get to the truth. I see. I'd better tell you exactly what I did that day 18 years ago. It's about time. It only took you 18 years. The whole time before judging began, I was waiting upstairs in our living room on standby. During the judging, I had to go change the camera's film cartridge for Samson. But before I could take the camera back to Samson, I discovered Mr. Frost's body. Later, around when your father arrived, I began to make the rounds and serve tea to everybody present. That was when I saw Mr. Gusteau entering Mr. Frost's room. Edgeworth knows exactly when not to stop. Yeah, he knows a thing or two about that. Those were my movements on the day it all happened. I hardly see how you could take issue with any of that. That's for us to decide, Miss Bound.
Are you saying there's a contradiction in your story, Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean, there might be. There must be. I'm more focused on proving the fact that she did indeed steal those statues. The question is, when would she have the time to... when she would have the opportunity to do so? If I can pinpoint that, I might be able to prove exactly what exactly she got up to. Okay. And what were you doing while you were waiting? I was in my room practicing some dance routines. I was on a TV show called Bacon Bop with Samson, you see.
Bacon Bop? What kind of show was that?
Well, you see, it's a show where we baked and we bopped.
Bop it.
It was
Twist it. Punch it.
Bake it. Pull it. Poison it. Frame it. Kill it. Dip it!
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You're great. It was a children's show. The two of them would sing and dance as they made a variety of sweets.
Whoa, that sounds awesome. This girl has not seen the Great British Bake Off.
I'm pretty... Well, the Great British Bake Off isn't a musical. So...
So what?
Hold the phone, Miles. He used to watch it? My father introduced me to it. I may have watched an episode or two. So... It was on right before the Steel Samurai, so, you know,
They do reruns nowadays.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. So Miss Bound passed the time before the judging began by practicing her dance routines. Was this the moment when Miss Bound stole the sculptures? Wait, I have to choose this? I don't know.
History, real quick, history, real quick.
Right, yeah, Okay. You're waiting upstairs in the living room on standby. You're practicing dance routines. I don't have enough evidence to decide. I don't feel comfortable saying that it was. I can't have been the moment she did. I'd better listen carefully to what she says. During the judging, I had to go change the camera's film cartridge. Okay, now...
Okay.
Before I could take the camera back to Samson, I discovered Mr. Frost's body. Later, around when your father arrived, I began to make the rounds and serve tea to everyone present. That was when I saw... Yeah, this seems like the most suspicious to me, right?
Yeah, like, you have time between when you call the police and the police get there.
Just as you did today. Yes, I went around and offered everybody working on the investigation a cup of tea. Present company included, I remember it well. You were here, there, upstairs, downstairs, everywhere with that little card of yours. Interesting. And did anything strike you as strange around that time? Oh yeah! Gregory was singing the praises of Judy's tea, and I think he mentioned his saucer was cold. His saucer was cold? Oh, like it was in a freezer?
Oh, I think that might be it.
Miss Bound, I believe this was when you stole the sculptures. I hate to contradict you, but the fountain room was full of witnesses at that point, Mr. Fender included. Are you suggesting that I somehow got the sculptures out of Mr. Frost's room right under everyone's noses? That is precisely what I'm suggesting.
Oh. Did we get it right?
It sounds like it. Miss Bound stole those ice sculptures, and she did by hiding them here.
Her cart!
What? How?
Look at the... Actually, yeah, hold on, look at the fucking cart! Look at the handle!
Yeah, what about the handle?
Okay, go to the present stuff.
I can't open evidence.
Oh, shit. But I think it's the cart.
Okay, but how did she fit them all under there? They were big statues.
She does it one by one. She had to do it one by one.
But I think that the statues were bigger than her cart.
No, if you lie them down, so they're vertical, but if you lie them down horizontally, I think...
Maybe? Maybe.
Yeah. It's gotta be the cart. It's gotta be a fucking cart.
Well, let's see. That moment when you guys have a conclusion, then the truth is so much sillier. Oh no.
What?
My father and Fender had no idea that one of the sculptures was mere inches away from them, so it wasn't just a tea set you were pushing around, Miss Bound. The hidden ice sculpture in a glass case. Ah!
Oh my god. Surely such a thing would have been impossible. How would a case that size fit on a serving cart? And it would have been spotted immediately.
That's what I've been saying! That's what I've been saying! Who said anything about a serving cart?
But I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Edgeworth. What are you suggesting she used instead?
I love when she I love how she's just kind of losing her cool, like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm suggesting that Miss Bound use this to transport the sculptures. The
one that's wet that we found.
Yeah, the lift cart.
And this is...
Oh, chat delay meant I said that when he just had the saucer was in a freezer rather than she wheel it right past Greg and Eddie. Oh, that makes sense. The cart that Miss Bound used to move the flavored ice sculptures out of Mr. Frost's room 18 years ago. And it would appear that this very same cart is still here with us in this fountain room. That one, in case you were wondering.
It looks a lot like the one from the past!
We originally bought it for use in the contest.
And you are saying that Miss Van loaded Mr. Frost's sculptor onto the cart and carried them off?
I am. As you can imagine, all one would need to do is lay a case on its side, and a tablecloth. Oh yeah, I see. Those look bigger when they're upright. They look exactly like a normal serving cart, thus allowing her to move the sculptures around freely.
Can it be?
Holy moly, of course! That's why the sauces were so chilly! They were sitting on top of a big block of ice! Judes! How could Judes? Impressive. Then again, you are Mr. Gregory Edgeworth's son. I should have expected no less. There isn't a scrap of evidence I stole the sculptures all those years ago now. And yet, I knew that no matter what I said or did, I'd always be under a cloud of suspicion.
So you admit it? You admit that you stole them from Mr. Frost's room?
Yes, I do. I took those sculptures and their glass cases out of that room 18 years ago. But why?
Where the fuck did you put the ice?
As Mr. Edgeworth correctly deduced, I dressed up the lift cart as a serving cart to do it. Good catch on the statues looking bigger. They have a base refrigeration unit went on display that gives them a little more height. Oh, I see. I get it now. And slipped in and out of the Mr. Frost room while I was going around serving tea to everybody. In the end, I'd removed not only the sculptures, but the flavored ice Zodiac blocks as well. But why? Why would you do this? Zodiac blocks? I feel like I've seen them for myself before. There's a huge block of ice on display here. It must be incredibly heavy. Or maybe not, what with it being hollow on the inside. Or the lift cart has some alternative mechanism, or Judy was relying on doing this quickly. They wouldn't thaw that fast. And the Winter Wing really is an exact replica of Mr. Frost's room from 18 years ago. And even though my father never saw them because they'd already melted, the Zodiac blocks must have been in the victim's room back within as well. When I finished moving the 2 ice sculptures and the 2 Zodiac blocks out, I took 2 fresh, empty cases to Mr. Frost's room and put them where the original 2 had been. Only the sculptures had been kept in glass cases, you see, to prevent them from being damaged. The blocks were a little more robust, so they had been displayed as is. As stated in the contest rules, we are responsible for providing all display materials, including cases, excuse me.
You're good.
Meaning it would have been easy for her to prepare those empty spares she swapped in. Mr. Frost's room contained quite a few other flavored ice works in progress. I figured if I melted them down somehow, the resulting puddle would look like it came from the sculptures. And that is how the sculptures from 18 years ago came to be in the Winter Wing today.
I have to say, Mr. Edgeworth, that's quite the confession.
But why? Why did you do this? Indeed, and I think she offered it so willingly because she knows there's nothing we can do with it. That's all I have to tell you. However, despite everything I shared, you can't charge me with anything now, can you?
No, the statute of limitations is... Oh no, this isn't even a crime anyway. Well, no, I guess it is, because she fucked with the fucking scene of the crime.
Yeah, and,
But then again, statutes of limitations is gone! Oh. Oh my, but if you might know at least this much, given we're at a crime scene. I suggest you memorize the various statutes of limitations outlined in this book. Statutes for dummies? Statutes of what?
Statutes of Limitations, book data, jot down my organizer. Okay, I'm back now. Congratulations, you're back just in time for us to get this book. Theft, 7 years from the day of the crime. Separate time frames apply with regards to claims for damages. Murder, 15 years from the day of the crime. The statute is suspended should the subject flee to a foreign country. The statute is suspended from the time of any accomplice's indictment to the end of the trial. That's a really short book. Simply put, Kay, prosecutors only have a certain amount of time within which they can put a suspect on trial for a given crime. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Oh, it's the same thing that we just read, yeah.
So, it's different for every crime? Murder, 15 years. Theft, 7 years.
Yes, Miss Bound stole the ice sculptures 18 years ago. Please tell me the book has Eustace's name in the front. I bet it does. So it's too late to have her arrested for that crime.
I don't believe it! Theft is a serious matter, especially when it involves the removal of evidence from a crime scene. But it's been too long. However, as you yourself just pointed out, Miss Bound, however, as you yourself just pointed out, Miss Bound can no longer be prosecuted for her crime. Wow. 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 I'm sorry. Anyway, rendering your revelation rather pointless, wouldn't you say, Edgeworth?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I like to think it's just one massively thick page. Ah, right, like children's books.
It has pictures, too.
I want to see the pictures. I wouldn't be so sure about that. For you see, the theft of the ice sculptures is my principal interest here. I find the body that reappeared 18 years after the theft to be of considerably more interest. Are you suggesting that I also hid Mr. Frost's body?
I mean...
I am indeed.
Oh, God. The implications! The implications! I'm just kidding.
Somebody please think of the implications!
Anyway, and how do you keep a body hidden for 18 years without anybody finding it and without it decomposing?
By hiding it in a very unusual way, at the bottom of the Matterhorn!
Oh, now this is interesting. Now you're telling me that you know where the body has been all this time. Also, what the fuck do you mean the Matterhorn?
The Matterhorn at Disneyland, that's where Walt Disney's head supposedly is.
It was in the fucking vault! Okay.
There's a vault in the Matterhorn, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Anyway, are you telling me that you know where the body has been for all this time, Mr. Edgeworth?
I didn't say that, but I can give you a pretty good guess, probably. It's not such a big leap if you think about what Miss Bound has told us already. Let's just say it wasn't just flavored ice that she removed from Mr. Frost's room back then.
Very well. If you're more confident in this claim, let us put it to the test. Jesus, I do not speak English very well. Test me, Mr. Edgeworth. Where exactly was Mr. Frost's body hidden?
Do we,
What do we have?
wait, what about the gallery pamphlet? The Winter Wing?
Probably, but... How the fuck did it get into the fountain?
This is where Miss Bound hid the body.
I'm afraid. You'll have to demonstrate to me how that works, Mr. Edgeworth.
Damn it, I should have used the picture.
Come, show me how exactly the body could have been hidden there.
I'm getting to that! She's right, that wouldn't work at all.
Okay, let's take this calmly and carefully.
Forgive me, Judge Gavel. Please just fucking...
If I must. But do not try my patience any further.
Okay, no, it's totally here.
A photograph of Mr. Frost's work.
At this point, unearthing this body may be considered archaeology. And of the victim's body, Your Honor.
You will have to forgive me, but I don't see what you mean. Where exactly in this photograph is Mr. Frost's body?
The victim's body is...
Is it under the cloak?
Probably, that makes sense. Cheeseburger. Hello, a fellow Ciendian. Thank you for your insightful commentary. Yeah, we haven't gone for cheeseburgers yet in this game, but I'm sure it's happening soon. This is Mr. Frost's body right here.
Does that really look like a body to you, Mr. I meant the cloak in the ice sculpture!
You used too many brain cells there, Miles Arena? Want to take 5 to reset the old noggin?
We always do this just to get you one day, but...
Wait, no, what? You little pick-me-up pill, Milesy Smilesy? I've got everything. Speed, cocaine, I think that's the same thing, but I'm not sure. Heroin, you know, whatever you need. Or how about a cup of Ceylon tea? No, I'm fine. I especially don't need your mock sympathy. Okay, I guess that's not the plan.
I think it's in the ice sculpture itself.
But how? Then perhaps... Okay.
Then perhaps you'd like to try again.
See
the machine in the bottom there? Now,
yeah.
You know how that connects to the cloak?
The what? Oh, this?
He's in the ice! He's the ice bitch! He's the ice lady!
Oh.
Yes, there. The Gemini sculptor?
Yes,
Sculpture?
it may look like a sculpture at first glance, but it is in fact Mr. Frost's corpse. Really?
Yeah, because I was like wondering why it was like that. Surely you can't be serious.
Scone's just giving away uppers and downers. Okay.
I don't see anything in the photograph that suggests such a wild claim to support.
Objection! That's because a certain piece of evidence was used to hide the body in plain sight!
The fucking...
Oh, right!
And what...
Oh, wait, so that's why they... Oh, I remember. I get it. Because the color-changing thing, and if you observe the... Hang on, if you observe the thing... This happened while you were off screen.
Uh-huh.
Wait.
Oh!
Aha! You see! Well, the cloth has certainly changed color. This happened while you were, dealing with your dad, I think. I was just fucking around with the evidence.
Oh my god, I can't believe I missed this!
I'm sorry. Well, you figured it out anyway. Well, the cloth has certainly changed color. Yeah, see, what piece of evidence might that be?
What piece of evidence might that be?
Yeah,
it was that was used to conceal the body!
It's this one!
one of the cloths from the Autumn Wing.
Yes, when it's made to glow in just the right way, it's so visually convincing you might mistake it for ice. Isn't that right, Miss Scone? Well, yes, dear, but you can make it look like just about anything, really, even blazing fire! We had enough of fire in the last game. And the right shade of blue would make it look like ice. Yes, exactly like it, in fact. How the hell does that work? I don't know, probably, like, in the same way that, like, LED color-changing lights work. Sky is so good at this, they can work things out with clues from when they were AFK. Yeah!
Good!
You're awesome at this.
Anyway, is it not the case that a certain special device is needed to generate these colors, though? Look with your fucking eyes!
If you would care to take another look at the photograph of the Winter Wing, Your Honor, you'll notice there's a small box connected to the bottom of the Gemini display case.
That's
one of the very light-emitting devices in question. Detective Gumshoe even confirmed its presence. Don't bring up fire. I think Kay's still traumatized from that. Oh, no. In fact, this particular device went missing 18 years ago. Back then, it was no doubt firmly connected to the cloth inside the display case, which means Miss Bound had no choice but to take it with her when she removed the sculpture. So you see, this cloth and light-emitting device were used to create the illusion that Mr. Frost's body was in fact a statue carved from ice. I was wondering, like, why you could only use that, change it to that color.
No, this can't be!
Wait, so you're telling me that when we took that photo of us in the Winter Wing? Yes, we were standing right in front of the body. Oh, I should not make that my Facebook profile photo, then.
Anyway, but the body and the cloth are both recovered above the fountain!
Don't worry, we got 2 more cases in this game to give her more trauma to make her forget the fire.
Hey!
Don't think I don't know what you did right there.
Why were they found there if the body was supposed to be in the Winter Wing disguised as...
Because there would have been no mystery as to how the body had been hidden if we had found it as is. Miss Bound needed to remove Mr. Frost from the Winter Wing in order to throw us off the scent. Happens all the time, accidentally posing with a corpse. It's alright, yeah. Look through your old Disneyland photos. Just in case.
Oh my god. It's ridiculous! I don't recall her sneaking around behind our backs to throw a body in the fountain.
No, and she didn't need to, because she had another method at her disposal. A trusty lift cart, the same cart that had proved so useful in executing her original theft. How to stop thinking about previous trauma. Get even worse trauma. Well, I mean, I don't know. That just kind of makes the traumas stack in my experience. I believe she wheeled the body into one of the other wings and floated down the stream to the fountain. The frozen body, being quite solid, probably got stuck somewhere along the way. Which is why only the cloth appeared first. The cloth Miss Scone discovered.
No, I am not accepting that.
Wait, hang on. Yeah, that would be really stupid of her to do.
No way those pipes are big enough that a body can float through it.
Maybe Mr. Frost was very skinny.
And the body followed upwards once it had thawed enough.
Hold it! It's an ingenious theory, Mr. Edgeworth, but can you prove that it was me? Well, shit, I hadn't thought that far ahead yet. Seems a little unfair to expect me to accept your accusations without proof, don't you think? The ventilation of that museum must be absolute amazing, or it smells absolutely horrid. She uses a lot of Febreze. Just a lot. What sort of TMNT sewers do they have?
What about eyewitnesses? Do you think someone might have spotted her when she was moving the butt?
If I recall...
Larry.
Of course it would...
Larry!
Larry! As a matter of fact, I do, and the contradiction in the piece of evidence I was provided will shed light on exactly how Miss Bound moved the body as well.
The drawing!
Oh boy.
Well, Mr. Edwards, do you have any evidence to support your allegation?
Maybe! I have a piece of very compelling proof right here, probably.
It's the drawing. Then please present it to the court. What evidence do you have that proves Miss Bound acted as you claim the drawing?
Good thing I didn't put this on the fridge yet.
Take that!
Your drawings?
No, it's the same drawing! Wait,
And
no, it
is
wasn't
that
actually. It was actually a different drawing, never mind. Yes, Mr. Butts drew sketches of people as they passed through the fountain room. What I'm interested in is the cart we can see here.
Miss Bound's servant cart? What about it?
Heh, you don't see it. She's using the same trick she used 18 years ago. Ergo, we know that Miss Bound was busy moving Mr. Frost's body when this picture was being drawn.
What?
Behold my drawings from when I was a child! If I may, I don't see Mr. Frost's body anywhere in that sketch. All I see is a picture of me delivering chocolates to everyone. Really? Then allow me to direct your attention to the color of the tablecloth, Miss Bound. Oh, I'd originally thought that Mr. Butts had made an error. He's assured me that couldn't possibly be the case.
This tablecloth appears to be light blue.
Yes, a shade of tablecloth that Miss Bound does not seem to own. The cloth only appears to be light blue due to the body hiding just underneath.
But the cards? Miller, just as one of a did surely it would be immediately obvious if the tablecloth had been draped directly over a body!
Objection! Not if the body had been placed inside one of the hollow Zodiac blocks in the Winter Wing. Place one of those on a lift cart and it easily passed muster as a regular serving cart. Wouldn't you agree, motherfucker?
Goddess of justice! Also, chat.
I drew this dead body and didn't tell anyone! Oh my god. Miss Bound. Surely now you must admit that it was you who moved the body just as you did 18 years ago. I didn't expect you to do all that from a single simple sketch. But that sketch alone isn't really enough to prove your theory, is it? You don't need to worry on that front. My case doesn't rest solely on Mr. Butts' artwork. It doesn't? Once you dispose of the body, your serving cart became a simple lift cart once more. Which is exactly what we discovered here in the fountain room. Without a serving cart, you had to find someplace to put your chocolates. My chocolates? The one I was handing out? As we saw in the sketch, you'd originally placed them on top of the cart. The chocolates you gave us came from your pocket.
Oh, yeah! Mine was half melted! It was still super sweet and tasty, though.
Why did you suddenly feel the need to put the chocolates in your pocket, Miss Bound, I mean, sorry. It was because you no longer had a serving cart to put them on, that's why!
One moment, please. You have explained what Miss Bound did with the chocolates in the lift cart. But what about the tablecloth? Where'd it go? It also went into the stream.
Indeed. If stashing the chocolates in her pocket was the only way solution she could think of, I doubt Miss Bound, had the time to dispose of the entire tablecloth. I didn't expect you to get this far, but that isn't enough to prove it. You basically just admitted it? Yeah, wait, didn't she pretty much confess just now? What?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an answer for me? She dumped it in the water!
Miss Bound didn't hire to dispose of the tablecloth, Your Honor. In fact, it's right here in front of us.
Wait, what? Perhaps you would care to enlighten us?
Yes, please.
Where exactly is the tablecloth Miss Bound used to hide the body? Is it on her person?
Maybe?
Okay, before, save.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Records.
Oh, right, records. Yeah.
Guilty for giving out half-melted chocolates, you fiend!
It's on her person?
Oh my god, did we just get it right?
Miss Bound has a tablecloth on her person, in plain view, in fact. Oh, wait! The thing around her waist. I see.
I thought that was part of her dress!
Me too. And yet...
In plain view? No, surely you don't mean...
Miss Bound, it's the cloth around your waist, isn't it? And given that the Zodiac blocks weren't kept in glass cases, that cloth would have been in direct contact with the ice. You misgendered her, you're the guilty one now, she no longer committed murder. Hey, it was an accident! Unlike all those times with Larice. I was specifically being a dick to him those times. All that we would need to do is confirm my theory is test the cloth for traces of the sugar used in Mr. Frost's work. The game is up, Miss Bound. It's time to come clean. This is usually the part where we get where we win, right? You won't need to test the tablecloth. Everything you said is true. I stole Delicia's Infesticide Ultra, and I moved Mr. Frost's body.
Oh, that could also explain why he was... No.
It was
never
me.
mind. I think we...
It was all me, but why? But why? Delicia, I'm so sorry. Last week I went into your bag and I took it. And then, I put it in his pocket hoping to make it look like he tried to do himself in. I also made sure to leave no fingerprints but yours, just in case the police suspected foul play. Judy? You... Oh gosh. But Jude's... Why? That's what I'm asking! What, we supposed to be on the same side? All fighting together to free Samson? Do you also give out half-melted chocolates? I didn't do that. Larice, why are you still painting? It's her favorite thing, okay? Just let her do her thing. We were, but I couldn't afford to get arrested, not yet. Not until I've finally proven that Samson is innocent. I always planned to give myself up in the end, I swear. Why didn't you do... Why... What? I know it's easy to say that now, but... Why do it this way, though? It's not like you. Your murders are always much well thought out than this. I'm sorry, Mr. Fender. I've caused you so much trouble. I've been the guilty party all along, ever since that day 18 years ago.
Are you trying to tell us that the true culprit of the IS-7 incident was you?
I committed a terrible crime. I took those sculptures and I stole them for purely selfish reasons. The moment Mr. Frost died, they became more than mere entries in a confectionery contest. They became the final works of Samson's favorite artist. I couldn't allow them to just melt away. Not before he came home. That meant I couldn't let anybody near them. Not even the police. So I hid them. I knew it was wrong, but I just had to. I put them in the cold storage room for safekeeping. What I'd actually done was far worse than anything I could have possibly imagined. Because who would have thought that Mr. Frost's body itself was posing as one of the sculptures? Wait, but then why? But then who killed him? We still don't know that. What? So she didn't know about the body when she saw the sculptures?
What?
Samson is a kind man, a saint. He could never kill anybody, never! And yet, because of what I did, the police never found Mr. Frost's body, and Samson was found guilty. After all he'd done for me, he was my family. The only family I've ever had. He was the most important person in the entire world to me. And Judes. What the fuck? After his conviction, I was forced out of our home. I was finally able to return only a few days ago, and when I did, I went to the cold storage room to check up on the sculptures. And that's when I saw it. Mr. Frost's body had been there the whole time. Of course, by that point, the statute of limitations had expired. So I did what I did today. Because it was the only way I could think of to make things right. What the hell is happening? I'm wondering the same thing. It seems I've misunderstood her intentions. Everything she's done really has all been for Mr. Tangaroa's sake.
Hey, what are you thinking about, Mr. Edgeworth?
Something that's been puzzling me. Why did Miss Bound use poison gas? Why not a more reliable method? And why disguise the Autumn Wing as the Winter Wing? The only reason I can think of is to confuse someone who was here 18 years ago.
Yeah, I wonder what she had in mind.
If she was trying to prove that Mr. Tangaroa was innocent, Miss Bound's ultimate goal must be to find the true killer.
Find the true killer.
Could she have been trying to discover the identity of the true culprit? Miss Bound, your ultimate aim was to see Mr. Tangaroa cleared of all charges, correct? And to that end, you had to expose the real killer and have the police find the body from 18 years ago. Is my understanding of your intentions correct? Exhibiting the sculptures was sure to force the killer to return to the crime scene. After all, they were the only person apart from you who knew that the body was hidden in the icework. So they would have freaked out thinking the body was about to be discovered and come running, huh? Exactly, but Miss Bound ran the risk that the killer might successfully cover their tracks this time. In the worst case scenario, they might even have been able to remove Mr. Frost's body from the scene. Oh, I get it. So how could she lure the true killer into revealing themselves without putting vital evidence at risk? Oh, I see what you're getting at. You're saying that's why the Autumn Wing was all Winter Wingy. I am. You are betting on one thing, Miss Bound, weren't you? That whoever opened the Pisces case you had carefully disguised as the Gemini case would be the real perpetrator of the IS-7 incident.
No. But that would mean the real killer was... Enough. Not another word. Do you realize the implications of what you are saying, Mr. Edgeworth? Are you prepared to stand behind that accusation you are clearly about to make?
Miss Bound set a trap for Mr. Frost's killer, meaning that whoever found themselves caught in that trap is highly likely to be the guilty party. But I lack the evidence to support such an assertion. To accuse someone without any evidence is not to be done lightly, so... should I really go ahead and make my accusation and name... Yeah, do it. My ultimate goal is to see the truth exposed. And to do that, I need to seize the moment. Yes, Judge Gavelle, I'm prepared to stand behind my accusation. I know exactly who is to blame for the IS-7 incident. But where is he?
The dude was in the room!
Carmelo de Gusto!
Mr. Gusto, the victim of the poison gas attack and is the perpetrator behind the IS-7 incident?
Gusty? Mr. Gusto. Miss Bound. As we've established, you knew that the opening of the gallery would lure in the real culprit. And you set up the poison gas trap in order to catch them. Do you dispute the facts thus far? So Edward's character development is I need to ignore proper procedure and accuse people without evidence. I mean, it's worked out for Phoenix. I didn't expect him to get more Von Karma. Hey, he only does it when he thinks there's actually a chance of it. What? You're a very impressive man, Mr. Edgeworth, just like your father. And of course, you're absolutely right. And perhaps you could tell us exactly what happened in your own words. Of course, I have nothing to hide anymore, so I might as well tell you everything. As you said, I set a trap here in the gallery to try and catch Mr. Frost's killer. Before we opened, I made sure that the door to the Autumn Wing was the only one that was unlocked. When opening time came, I went to unlock the doors of the various rooms and found that the Autumn Wing had been locked from the inside. The killer is on the other side of the door. The thought, well, it frightened me. And then she simply walked away, leaving him to fall victim to a poison gas trap. When I heard that Mr. Gusteau was being treated for gas inhalation, that's when I knew he was the murderer. All that was left was for the police to find Mr. Frost's body, and then... Samson would finally be proven innocent. At least that was my plan. Judes? Why don't you tell me? You know I'm always here for you, right? We could have found another way. It didn't have to be like this. Thank you, Mr. Fender. You've been so kind to me all these years. I'm the one who created this mess, so it was up to me to try and clean it up. I didn't care what it took as long as I could get Samson out of that awful place. Judy, Judy, Judy. 18 years ago, the police managed to cover up the fact that Mr. Frost's body had gone missing. If I went to them now and said it had reappeared, I was afraid they might have tried to cover things up again. So I worked to set off a very public incident here in the gallery in front of as many witnesses as possible. I'm so sorry, Judy. You, Samson, Gregory, I let you all down. I mean, how did you let them all down? I don't think you had anything to do with that. Fender, this can't
He was also part of the case.
Well, yeah, but... Fender, this can't be easy for him. No, I'm the one who should be apologizing. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, I hope one day you can forgive me. And whatever punishment I have to face, I'm ready to accept it. I mean, her only crime has just been being
Theft and attempted murder.
I was gonna say being kind of stupid, but that works too. But please, if I may ask one thing of you, it's that you simply must clear Samson's name. Took over the case entirely after Gregory died, but wasn't able to overturn Samson's guilty verdict. Oh, right, yeah. The way the truth of these past 18 years has come to light was unexpected, to say the least, and yet I'd only set us down a path towards an even more shocking end. To be continued...
God damn it.
Now? Do you want to continue?
It's only been an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how long the next part is, too. And I know you said you had that thing at 5.
It's only 3:25. We should have some time, I think, right?
Okay. I say if we're not done by 4:30, then I say we stop.
Okay. I will say the first segment of the next chapter is quite short. That's reassuring. Miss Bound, are you feeling a little calmer now? After that weed that Miss Scone gave you? Yes. Good, then allow me to get to the point. Regardless of your intentions, you broke the law. Yes, I understand. Nevertheless, I understand that you did what you did in order to prove Mr. Tangaroa's innocence. Therefore, if the real culprit really is someone else, then we have a duty to reinvestigate the case. Oh my god, what's wrong with you?
There is nothing to suggest that anything nefarious took place in the official IS-7 incident records.
Fuck you.
And right now, there is nothing to suggest that we should take Ms. Bound at her word either. So our first order of business should be to arrest the culprit of the case before us. Ms. Bound herself.
Really? Are you sure? Official records cannot always be trusted, Judge Gavelle, especially since there are those prosecutors who would think nothing of twisting the facts.
Are you suggesting that the committee at the time overlooked just such a prosecutor? Yes.
Well, yes, do you not know anything? Yeah. Do you not know anything about Von Karma? That's for you and your people to figure out. However, it's a fact the autopsy report was faked, seeing as Mr. Frost's body was only found just now.
You fucking bitch! There really is something to Mr. Von Karma, you Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, you're just trying to make me angry. How so, exactly?
By confidently defying the will of the committee and bending the truth to fit your needs. That's how! Perhaps it's time you understand how the committee sees this case.
Alright, sure, why not?
Fuck you, bitch. The committee is willing to accept that Mr. Von Karma falsified Mr. Frost's autopsy report.
I mean, Von Karma's official issues from that trial are minor penalty for being too harsh interrogating Samson. This whole justice system sucks.
Yep. Even still, Mr. Von Karma only managed to have Mr. Tangaroa convicted as an accomplice. I personally have come to believe that the real culprit behind the IS incident is Miss Bound. Her plan to poison and kill Mr. Gusteau today was her attempt to frame him for Mr. Frost's murder. Oh, I hate you, you bitch.
Okay, but, like, why would he be prying open the thing? And that's how the committee sees things, is it? Fun fact, there's a flashback in 1-4 of Von Karma getting that penalty, and it's made very clear the chief prosecutor knows what Manfred was like, and didn't care. Yeah, that's fair.
It is, as always. I act solely in service of law and order, fuck you.
Dun dun. Sounds to me like all she's done is acting in service of the committee and covering up the truth. And if I can't change her mind, there'll be no one saving Mr. Tangaroa or Miss Bound. Alright,
Okay.
Okay, but like...
Why? Sorry, I didn't mean to script like that.
No, you're fine. Why would Miss Bound have chosen to frame Mr. Gusteau for the murder?
No doubt because he's to be the real culprit. He may have entered what he thought was the Winter Wings simply to see if the Gemini statue was genuine. Little did he know that he would be greeted by a trap designed to silence him. A trap that nearly worked.
Oh, in service of law and order, a show run by a guy literally called Dick. Yeah.
Last name Wolf.
Dick Wolf. Do you have any evidence to support that line of reasoning?
Unfortunately, Mr. Gusteau remains in a critical condition. It'll be difficult to prove anything until he regains consciousness.
Oh, that's convenient.
Wow! In other words, there is little we can do for now.
On the contrary, there's plenty we can do.
You still have not grasped the situation, have you? Then allow me to spell it out for you.
Yeah. Oh, there's more stuff.
Oh my god, there's more stuff. Okay, we have all the evidence we need to explain both the IS-7 incident and the poison gas.
All the evidence you need.
In the matter of the IS-7 incident, we have a body, a murder weapon, and 2 suspects. As for the poison gas attack, we have the sources of 2 chemicals in Miss Bound's confession. For you, Mr. Edgeworth, we also have enough evidence to see that you yourself will have to answer to the committee in a formal hearing.
What?
Wow! Would that sound good?
Don't worry, Miles Areno. If nothing else, you're always more than welcome at Edgeworth & Co. Ugh. Your Honor, I'd greatly appreciate it if we could stay focused on the matter at hand.
Of course. Now, where was I?
If therefore determined that there's no...
We have to...
You really mean to assert there are no loose ends left to investigate? None at all!
Now the evidence has been examined at length, and there is nothing more to be learned from them. Oh my... Edgeworth having to actually work for Fender would be hilarious. Imagine having to explain that to Phoenix Wright.
Well, he's gonna have a couple more problems in a couple weeks, so, you know.
Oh my god. Anyway, therefore, I see no need to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendant, Miss Judy Bound.
Your Honor, I'm certain there's something that still needs to be examined.
The hammer is about to fall, Mr. Edgeworth. Only hard evidence can stop it now.
Can someone just take that hammer away from her?
I present what you think requires further deliberation. Now, there really is... Now, assuming there really is anything left after all.
This isn't over yet, not by a long shot. There's still one thing we don't have an answer to.
You know, I think I know what it is.
What is it?
The fucking fingerprints. The fingerprints near the book.
Wait, but I thought we did have an explanation for that. Oh, wait. I thought that was Miss Scone. I thought she was taking a taste of it. Oh, yeah.
No.
There's a clear contradiction in your testimony, Judge Gavelle.
Why did you do it there? Silence. Such testimonies will not be tolerated by this court.
What do you mean, why did I do it there?
Oh wait, yeah, I'm stupid.
So,
I'm stupid.
And why not? What's precisely is wrong with my statement?
For one thing, the fact that you clearly do not believe it yourself.
Go! Was it that obvious? Gonna have to be more careful next time. Was it the wrong statement? What? Oh, wait.
Okay.
So, was I supposed to use it on this one? Or that one?
Wait. Okay, we did it on this one. So, we can cross that one off. Let's try it.
No,
nope.
Not that one.
I was right about what?
Do we use this one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did that one.
Oh, we did this one.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
I thought it was a fingerprints thing too. Wait, you played this case already.
Oh wait, we go over the assault. Do we have fingerprints of who the fuck used that?
Doesn't seem like it.
We know that's the murder weapon, but...
So, was this... No.
No. Twice, but I knocked those two out really quickly. I've forgotten this specific answer.
I just remember, what actually happened with the murder, not all this precisely worded contradictions BS. That's fair. Okay, no, that...
No. Fuck. Fuck. We're losing health.
Still one thing we don't have an answer to. Okay, what is it? Okay, case file.
Okay. Wait. Go back. Okay, here. No, second page. Victim's body was... Okay, yeah. No, okay, next page then. Under which name... No detailed autopsy. Because of death was blood loss following a blow to the head. Why? Why was he put in... I mean... Why frame Tangaroa?
I don't know. What do we use to prove that... What do we do... Where's our proof?
Go over the...
Go over the
what? Go over the picture of Gusteau and Frost. What's the fucking description?
A photo of Frost, Gusteau, and their sons. Gusteau's son visited his father daily up through the semifinal.
Up through the semifinal.
I think it might be that, but what do we do it on? Not that one.
Okay.
You know, I like being silly. You started the stream off suggesting to find an answer, and it turned out to be the sugar analysis. Is it that again? Wait, no,
Well, okay, let's read the sugar analysis. Let's, read it. Not that one. It's on the second page. Yeah, there we go.
Sugar composition matches that of sugar found in the pale blue liquid in Artie Frost's room 18 years ago. Sugar detected and found in water also seems to be a match.
Okay, so that's literally nothing. Salt, sugar, and blood. That's what they found. Result of the analysis conducted on the melted contents of the Gemini case.
But did they make it to the finals, or is it just?
Yeah, but they never did crown a winner.
But then why did Gusteau's son visit his father daily up through the semifinal, but not the final? Sky?
We are below half.
I think we're just about above half. I don't know.
We're maybe at half.
8, 16. So we got 18 things it could possibly be, and 6 things to present it on. I didn't press on everything. Should I try that?
Sure.
If you accept that Mr. Von Karma falsified the report, then why won't you reinvestigate the case?
Because the goddess of justice is never wrong.
You made up the goddess of justice!
No goddess of justice! Her verdict remains true despite Mr. Von Karma's something.
Despite blatant evidence tampering, you sure your precious goddess is into that? Almost makes you think the committee might have other reasons for not wanting this looked into again.
The further investigation is simply unnecessary since the goddess of justice has already spoken.
Who? Can we speak to this goddess of justice? Is that right?
No, fuck you.
I'd like to bring the goddess of justice to the stand. I believe it was a confession that sealed Mr. Tangaroa's fate in the end. A confession secured by Mr. Von Karma, which would surely cast doubt on the victim verdict itself.
Samson Tangaroa confessed to the initial investigating officer, one Detective Ian Seidman. The official records state that it was interrogations that led to the conviction. Therefore, all I can say to you is the goddess of justice has already spoken. Unbelievable, she just won't budge at all. Are these committee guys really that big of a deal?
In many ways, they are a prosecutor's worst nightmare.
Huh. So kind of like how the police are to a great thief, huh?
Funny you don't seem to have a problem with working with the police when it suits you, though. Are you suggesting Mr. Tangaroa and Miss Bound killed Mr. Frost together?
Well, why not? You could even imagine they split their roles as thus. Mr. Tangaroa could have been the one to commit the murder, the act itself, while Miss Bound was to remove the body.
What? The thought that we could ever kill Mr. Frost?
You stole his corpse and hid it for 18 years.
It was an accident!
Is it really so surprising that you might be considered...
Miss Bound has freely confessed to all of her crimes. Now is not the time to speculate about what else she might have done in the past.
Very well, then let us pass judgment on what we know she did in the present. Press.
Why would Miss Bound choosing to frame Mr. Gusteau for the matter?
No doubt.
Oh, we read this one already.
Right.
Evidence to support that line of reasoning. Blah blah.
We didn't press on the last two, so let's do those.
Yeah. For all the evidence we need. All the evidence you need.
In the map of the IS-7 incident, we have a body, a murder weapon, and 2 suspects.
I think we
That's the
read
poison
this
gas
one already.
pack. We have the source of the 2 chemicals. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, this one.
What about the last one?
I don't think we pressed that one. You really mean to assert? Wait, yeah, we did. Never mind. I know when this was established, but I double-checked the answer, and I feel the evidence on its own is a bit ambiguous as written in the synopsis. You want me to just clarify it?
Yes!
Yeah, sure. At this point, why not?
Fucking hell!
Okay, when the chemical analysis said they found sugar, salt, and blood, that was blood in addition to the blood in the corpse. Huh?
What?
Okay, I was wondering if that was suspicious, but
Some extra blood is in there that didn't belong to the dead guy? What?
So, okay.
Oh my fucking god.
I actually was thinking about that, but then I thought, no, of course there would be blood. Because there was a dead body. What? I'm afraid there's still one question concerning the IS-7 incident that remains unanswered, you bitch. Well, do you mind taking a look at this? Wait, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to...
Oh.
I didn't mean to skip that.
What is it?
Test results carried out on the liquid at the bottom of the Gemini case in the Winter Wing. As you can see, traces of blood were detected. The question is, whose? Until that question is answered, I hardly think you can claim to have all the evidence.
There is blood in the Gemini case.
Why do you say things if you don't know all the points of the case?
Bitch! Why did I not hear about this when you used it?
Is that a trick question, or, like, I mean... Because Detective Gumshoe informed me of the results directly. I was planning to tell Mr. Winter about it myself, of course.
You kept this to yourself until now? Despite having no jurisdiction here whatsoever!
I know, but...
Mark my words, the committee will hear about what you've done here today.
Oh my god, committee, you will not believe what that motherfucker Edgeworth did today.
Now I'm just imagining the committee as a sleepover.
Yeah. Gay is just there like, oh yes, spill the tea, sis, please. Yeah. It says something that it was Gumshoe who said that and we all forgot. Oh no. Sorry, Gumshoe. As ever, my interest is in the truth, and if my mistakes were made in the past, they must be recidified. You must report me to the committee, then so be it. But in return, we must be allowed to investigate this case to the very end.
That is not my decision to make. You will need to discuss it with Eustace.
Alright, Stacy, where are you? Guess who's back, woozles! And with good news, too! Oh, thank God. Oh, cool! He's alive. It was a close call for a minute there, but Carmelo Gusto is alive! Gusto? He made it. You're the ones who found me! Yep, long time no see. Yep, long time no see, Gusto. You're the attorney's assistant? You've grown, and you have an assistant of your own now? Assistant? No, I'm... He hasn't got the gig just yet. This is Gregory Edgeworth's son. Great, the old guy's alive. Now we can charge him for murder. Yay.
Yay!
Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth at your service. Fate moves in mysterious ways. I'm in your debt. If you hadn't found me in time, I wouldn't be here to thank you. Oh, you're very welcome. After all, if you hadn't lived, we wouldn't have been able to ask you what really happened 18 years ago. Huh? What are you talking about? We figured out quite a bit while you were out cold. Including the fact that you're probably the guy who offered for Audie Frost, and the fact that my Brooklyn accent keeps going in and out for some reason. What? Is that true? Miss Bounds set up a very elaborate trap to catch Mr. Frost's murderer, a trap that involved rigging the Pisces case with poison gas. Perhaps in light of that fact, you could tell us in your own words what happened back then. Edgeworth knows a thing or two about assistants. No, that was a good one. Well, perhaps you'd rather exercise your right to remain silent. Oh, it's not that. Gusto's here's a fan of the old meditation. You know, Om and all that jazz.
Well, sleeping while standing sounds pretty cool. That's one heck of a talent.
Except there's no sleeping involved in meditation, Kay. Hey, Gusto, old pal, how about you snap out of it and tell us what went down way back then? Hung, hug, hug. I was caught in the girl's trap, so I must be the killer? Is this your idea of a joke? I'm the victim here! If Bound's innocent, then I can make out with her guilt-free. Of course.
Indeed you are, Mr. Gusto. There is no evidence that you have done anything wrong. Yet. Mr. Edgeworth and Mr. Fender are merely speculating. Rest assured that they have no authority here, and that you may pay them no heed.
At least somebody here seems to be on my side.
Judge Verity, Gavel, it's a pleasure, Mr. Gusto. I will assist you in any way that you may acquire. Perhaps you could begin by explaining what exactly happened 18 years ago to Mr. Edgeworth.
Fine. You want me to prove I'm innocent, Mr. Prosecutor? I'll be happy to. So this is how you mean to play it, Judge Gavel. You're hoping Mr. Gusto will help you to hide what happened and instead of trying to correct the record?
I believe only in an infallible judgment of the goddess of justice. Fuck your goddess of justice, I'm sorry.
Also, I'm back again. Hi, Septuple. Just in time for me to exercise my strong bad impression. Except it is us humans who make the actual judgment calls in a court of law. Just a warning, since you mentioned you had a thing, we're coming up to the next hour. Well, we stopped at, we said we'd stop at 4:30, so I'm keeping an eye on the clock, don't worry. And so long as there are those who would use the law to their advantage, our rulings are fallible indeed. If you would use your position to further obscure the truth, then neither she nor I will forgive you.
Ow.
What happened?
I poked my head with my comb.
Oh no.
I was going to brush my hair, and I did a thing, and then I poked my head with the comb.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, anyway. We just think about that!
What do you advise, Judge Gavel?
It would seem that you are under suspicion because it was you who triggered the poison gas. Specifically, by opening the Pisces case lid. Would you be so kind to share why?
Understood. I came to see Frost sculpture, simple as that.
Then why the fuck did you open the case?
I made a mistake with the opening times and arrived a half hour early. Miss Bound, was there no one at the reception desk around that time? I'd left the main entrance on guard and unlocked just in case the killer had made an appearance. I was also busy making what? Okay, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. I was also busy making preparations elsewhere, all the way up until the gallery's opening. So no, there was no one here on the first floor then. But I did make sure all the wings were locked up tight. All except the autumn wing, that is. I see. You did all that just to stare confident into the autumn wing, which is precisely where Mr. Gusto went.
Sneaking into a building, pretty suspicious. However way you slice it. Silence in the courtroom.
This isn't a courtroom. Why you're
I will permit no objections or interventions until there is some evidence that the witness is lying.
You're like the freaking lawyer equivalent of a chuny.
The courtroom? You know this is an art gallery, right?
Thank you, Kay.
Mr. Gusto. If you could please continue by explaining why you opened the Pisces case.
Are you even a judge? At this point, I don't even know. You just keep making shit up. I wanted to see Frost's work up close. So I went up to the Gemini, guess it was supposed to be the Pisces statue, and I saw that the lid was frozen on tight. So I grabbed a blowtorch from nearby and tried to open it. You know, how blowtorches are just lying around in art galleries. She has a law hyperfixation, of course. When I finally got it open, gas came pouring out. Fascinating. His is a sort of flawless testimony attorneys can only dream of. You sure?
Yeah, everything sounds like a lie, kind. I said, nah, I am not too satisfied with Mr. Gusto's explanation myself. Alas, there is no evidence to refute it. Come on! There must be something!
It's Bound's story you should be questioning, not mine. I'm not the one who set up the gas trap. She could have killed anybody with that thing. She turned on the sprinklers as soon as the gas was released. She knew exactly what she was doing. She was gunning for the killer and nobody else. That killer being you, old pal. So you believe that self-confessed criminal? Miss Bound is far from Miss Bound is far from brainless in this affair, and she'll have to pay for her crimes. But so will Mr. Frost Killer. You seem determined to pin Frost's murder on me, but I had no reason to kill him. I disagree, and you have no evidence to prove otherwise. Gnark.
Excuse me. Can we really prove that he's not the killer, Mr. Edgeworth?
Mr. Gusto fell victim to the poison gas, that much is indisputable, and no matter how suspicious his actions may seem, they prove nothing about the past.
Yeah, but then what about you and Mr. Fender? What about you, Mr. Fender? There must be something we can do.
You're right, we may not have evidence, but we have plenty of intel. Let's see now. If Gusto killed Frost, he must have had a reason. Something related to his kid?
Probably.
He claims not to have a motive, but that can't really be true, can it? Ooh, we got logic stuff. I almost forgot that was a game mechanic. If he did, he has one. Not many people commit murder just for fun. In fact, the old man had a little back and forth with Miss Von Kama about about why he did it too, remember?
How can you possibly say that with any certainty? If their relationship had broken down for some reason, that could very well have been the motive behind this murder.
I think we got him. Von Kama wouldn't let us talk to Gusto back then, but we can now. We can put the pieces back together. I think the picture we're looking for might just emerge. Yes, I think you might be right. I need to think back over everything we know about the IS-7 incident, especially the questions that never got answered.
And the finger marks, were you the one wearing gloves?
I almost forgot this game had logic. I mean, after this episode, yeah. Miss Scone denied that the finger marks on the frame were hers. Oh, right, she did. What if they were Mr. Gusto's? Perhaps he'd want to take a look through the Ultimate Cookbook for himself. We're getting a lot of stuff to logic together. So he asked me to go put in a new cartridge. He seemed to think there should have been more shots left than there were.
In other words, the film ran out sooner than expected.
Yes, the number of shots he took didn't line up with the number of shots remaining. But he thought maybe he just lost track somewhere along the way. My father noticed these things for a reason. I just need to piece them together correctly. In the absence of evidence, it's the only way to the truth. Okay.
Alright, how do we do? Okay, murderer's motive. Cooperation ended, boom.
Mr. Gusto, you and Mr. Frost conspired to create works for the contest together, did you not? Huh? So you know my little secret. Mr. Fender was kind enough to inform me. Mr. Frost was in charge of the designs, while you were in charge of the flavor. Is that correct? What can I say? I still had a long way to travel on the road to becoming a master confectioner. But he only collaborated up through the semi-final. Something changed after that. We both wanted to show what we could do, show that we were better than Tangaroa. Why did you help Mr. Frost with his entry for the final? What grounds do you have to say that? Your own statement made to Mr. Von Karma 18 years ago. You told him that you had been working together right up until the day before the final.
Mr. Frost's entry was carved entirely from blocks of flavored ice. Ice which would have needed at least a day to freeze. And whose flavors would therefore have already been prepared by Mr. Gusteau.
So if Winter is Homestar and Gusteau is Strong Bad, who is Strong Sad? There's a character coming up later that that would be interesting. Anyway, we'll get to that at some point. Yes, which lines up perfectly with what Gusteau told me, that he helped Frost until a day before the final.
In that case, why didn't Mr. Frost reciprocate and help Mr. Gusteau in return?
Objection! I can hardly be expected to read the minds of the dead. What do I look like, some kind of spirit medium? That's ridiculous, those don't exist. So why didn't Mr. Frost help you in return, I submit that your relationship broke down for some reason, and that became the basis of your motive for murder. That's not how it was. Sure, we stopped working together, but it was all perfectly friendly.
You stopped working together in a friendly way? Kinda hard to imagine, but okay.
Besides, how do you think I did it exactly? You think I just strolled into Tangaroa's room and killed Frost? I couldn't have killed the man while Tangaroa was in there working on his chocolate pieces, could I?
Chalk? Oh wait. Never mind.
So you see, it couldn't have been me. I wouldn't be so sure. I don't see a window of time where Mr. Tangaroa wasn't in his room, and if I can prove that, Mr. Gusteau had the opportunity to kill Mr. Frost.
Okay, let's look at the logic. Okay, more film had been used up, okay. Time in, had Gusteau woven to look through the Ultimate Cookbook all along, okay. Couldn't have killed Frost with Tangaroa in his room. I think it's the remaining exposures and wanted the cookbook because he could have taken pictures of the cookbook.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So his crime was piracy! Photographing the cookbook's contents would be the perfect way to steal its secrets undetected. What if Mr. Gusteau did just that? What if he used Mr. Tangaroa's camera to photograph the book?
He'd be the perfect crime! So much better than stealing it and getting chased by the cops.
Piracy. It's way better than just stealing. A sneaky snapshot of 20, huh? That could work. The only question is, when would he have done it? Good question. What about during afternoon tea? Didn't Delicia say that Gusteau and Frost had missed out on the little tea party they had? Oh, right.
Oh.
Which brings me to the next question. When do we know for certain Mr. Frost is still alive? Then, after the contest began, nobody saw hide nor hair of Frost as he had secluded himself in his room. You know, that's an interesting obscure lore point. Manfred was likely around during DL6. He committed the murder after all. There's a non-zero chance he met Misty Faye. Oh yeah. Huh. That would be interesting. And the only person capable of entering his locked room was Tangaroa, possessing as he did the only key.
Miss Scone, were Mr. Tangaroa's works the only one you sampled?
No, dear, I couldn't help myself. When I'd finished my afternoon tea, I tiptoed over to Chillywink's room for a little taste, too. Mr. Frost had kept to himself inside his room after the contest had started. He was gone by the time Miss Scone snuck into it to sample his work, meaning there's a good chance he was murdered before the end of the afternoon tea.
Boom,
Ah,
boom.
gee, I wonder what we can put together here.
Wow.
We can be sure that Mr. Frost was alive until the beginning of afternoon tea, making tea time the only window during which Mr. Gusteau could have killed him.
Are you satisfied with Mr. Gusteau's story now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Sadly, I'm afraid I'm still rather unsatisfied. But things are finally starting to become clear. The truth will soon come to light after, like, how many weeks have we been doing this one?
I'm gonna look this up. Hang on.
Do you mean to say you have... Oh. All this talk of Tengu and Gusteau being partners makes it sound like a very, very bad breakup. Yeah, I think something of the sort might have happened too. But,
One sec. Oh, do you mean to say that you've uncovered new evidence? Sorry about that.
hang on, I just...
Okay, we started on part 9. What part are we at right now?
15?
Holy shit.
Do you mean...
That's
yeah.
what? 6 parts?
Yeah. Evidence? No. I was hoping I might convince Mr. Gusteau to open up to us about it instead.
Oh, is it mind games time? Oh, no.
It is! Mr. Gusteau, I have a question for you. I said I have a question for you! What is it? You chose to make your entry for the final on your own. I told you I wanted to test myself. I wanted to prove I was the best in the world.
Please, no more mind chest. Please, no more chest.
If that were the... Tetris?
Mind chest.
Oh, I thought
No
you
more.
said Tetris.
No.
If that were the case, then surely you wouldn't have chosen to cheat in the first place. Now tell me, Mr. Gusteau, why do you feel the need to team up with Mr. Frost? It's time for... Mind Chess! 18 years ago, Mr. Gusteau and Mr. Frost collaborated in the confectionery contest. But why did they work together, and why did they enter the contest in the first place? That's the information I need to get out to my opponents somehow. Mr. Gusteau seems to have a habit of pretending to be asleep when things aren't going his way. Let's mind Tetris, Chiaki Nanmani's Ace Attorney power. That would be fun. Let's start by focusing on why I chose to work with Mr. Frost. I love you too. By my hand, now is the time to dig up the truth that was buried all those years ago. Mind Chess commence! Mr. Gusteau, what inspired you to collaborate with Mr. Frost? We were acquaintances before we became contestants. He was interested in entering the contest, so we decided to sign up together. And your decision to pair up with a sculptor had nothing to do with your lack of faith in your skills? You don't know me! We joined forces because we wanted to make perfect creations possible, that's all.
Bide.
Frost's son and mine were in the same grade at school, so we got along pretty well too. Oh, so you were just two friends who happened to try for the title of world's greatest confectioner?
Bide. Maybe.
I'm still recovering, so if you got nothing to say, let me go back to the medical room.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Okay.
never mind. Crap.
Okay. So it's 1 bide.
Yeah, 1 bide, and then wake
and then
up.
Wake up.
Pretending to be asleep when the going gets tough won't work on me, I'm afraid. Mr. Frost was a sculptor, Mr. Gusteau. I doubt he cared much about winning a title for confectioners. In which case, he probably had a different motive for taking part in the contest, when you say... Okay, so when he falls asleep, we try to press on him.
Yeah.
Fine, it was me. I wanted that title. Frost was only in for the prize, the ultimate cookbook. I see, and since your objectives dovetailed so neatly, you decided to work together, but then something happened. A breakdown in your relationship, perhaps, if so I want to know why. Mr. Prosecutor, I'm still quite unwell after my brush with death. Pushed me too hard. And I'll be on my way back to the medical room. No, wait! You'd better wrap this up quickly. I'm already dangerously low on patience. We're trying! Mr. Gusteau is trying desperately to make me escape. I'm not going anywhere yet, not as long as he's still keeping things from me, so let's figure out what he's really after. Got healed. Cool. There's no time to lose. I need to pick the right line of questioning and fast! It's almost 4:30. Did he want more than just the title?
Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
You too had your eyes on something other than the title, didn't you? After all, I'm not sure the title World's Greatest Confectioner even counts for that much. Now you're just insulting the way of the confectioner? My only goal was to win that title. I didn't care about anything else. You have no idea how much it would have meant to me. Bide. Look, my sense of design may not have been up to snuff back then, but you should see me now. Oh, so you've improved? You'll bet I have. I didn't do all that training in Zhang Fa for nothing. I looked up to Tangaroa, you know. Spent hours poring over the designs of his work. Even used to watch his show with my son. Sounds to me like Mr. Tangaroa's work was especially influential in your early studies. This recipe book, you might even become the best someday. Maybe. The book was a real treasure, no doubt about it. Any confectioner would have wanted it. And...
Sleep. He's asleep. He's asleep.
Heh, so you claim your only goal was to win the title, yet you also seem to have an interest in the contest prize, the Ultimate Cookbook. The great collection of recipes in the world's greatest confectioner. Can't say I have absolutely no interest in it, and even if I did... What exactly is so wrong with that? Nothing, I suppose. The book contained recipes for medicines, not desserts. Everyone who entered the contest supposedly knew that. I feel like I'm finally getting somewhere. I can't let him slip out of my grasp now. I just need to stay calm and keep the pressure on. Okay, we're almost there. Next, let's find out why he wanted the cookbook.
Did you know what it was worth?
Did you know how valuable the cookbook really was? What kind of question is that? It was a collection of Tangaroa's recipes. There wasn't a confectioner in the world who wouldn't have wanted to get their hands on it. I don't have a clue as to how to present with this line of thinking. Oh, okay, we need to be on one.
Okay, sweet.
So our plan was to win the cookbook and use it to help you with your own creations. What else? A book like that could have improved my craft tenfold. Could have made a lot of money if you sold it. I don't know much about what was actually in there, but it was worth more than money, I'll tell you that. You know more than you're letting on.
I can't tell if he was asleep there.
He looked like it. Come now, Mr. Gusteau. I think you know more about the Ultimate Cookbook than you claim.
Okay, that's good at least.
They told us a little about it at the start of the contest. Heh, then you know what kind of recipes it actually contained, don't you? They weren't dessert recipes at all. Ah! So you did your homework. Fine, so you know what was really in there. The Ultimate Cookbook, or the Angel's Cookbook to give it its proper title. It's a collection of chemical formulas and ways to synthesize new medicines nobody had ever heard of. So I did know the cookbook actually contained recipes for medicines. We have a clue.
Okay, worth.
Did you know how much the value of the cookbook was? Wasn't a confectioner. Time to deploy my clue. Except you know that's not really what's in there. Your designs may have improved thanks to your training in Zhang Fa, but you clearly didn't do enough work on your skills of deception. You already admitted that you knew the Ultimate Cookbook was a collection of recipes for medicines. Thereby making your interest not gastronomical, but pharmaceutical in nature.
He's asleep.
You needed medicine.
You needed medicine.
Yeah, I suddenly actually don't feel great about pressing him for some reason. You're a confectioner, Mr. Gusteau. You had no professional interest in revolutionary new medicines, which suggests that your interest must have been personal. Gah! I underestimated you. Fine, you're right. Winning the title wasn't the only reason I entered the contest. I needed one of the recipes in that book. It was for my son. He was sick. Oh no. He was? Tell me more. I know, I think me and a parent our kids were in the same grade, so of course we were great friends, huh? That isn't normal. I think he's just making excuses at this point. I know, I think being at a parent-teacher conference is a great reason for some older, very gay single men to start a relationship. Fair. That's none of your business. I've told you as much as you need to know. He looks rattled, but I can't let him off the hook. Let's find out what this mystery illness is.
That can explain why he wasn't there during the final.
Yeah. I almost got into the bottom of this. I can feel it. Just a few more moves.
Tell me more about your son.
Tell me a little more about your son. He is my pride and joy, and my biggest fan. You entered the contest in order to help him. You clearly don't have children of your own. Any father would have done the same. I would have done anything to help him, anything.
Bide.
He would come see me at the contest venue, too. Right up through the semi-final. Really? He didn't get in the way of your work? You're trying to beat Samson Tangaroa. Surely you didn't have the time to look after a child. Yeah, well, I wanted to do what I could for him. He said he wanted to always be the first to try my creations.
Oh. Bide.
Still recovering, so I've got nothing to say. Damn it.
Okay. So, tell me about your son, 2 bides, and then the last. Okay.
Okay.
Fuck, what the? My god, can Dad shut the fuck up? Oh, wait, no. Okay, it's 1 bide. Never mind.
Crap.
My fault.
It's okay. So he wasn't too sick to join you? You said your son was sick, Mr. Gusto, and yet he was able to come and join you for the contest?
Okay, there we go.
It wasn't that kind of illness, nothing life-threatening anyway. This feels like it could be an important clue.
Perfect.
What was the name of the son's condition? Could you tell me the name of the disease your son suffered from? You're a real cold customer, Mr. Prosecutor. Isn't it enough that he was seriously ill? Why would you force me to tell you more? But it wasn't life-threatening. You've already shared with me that your son's illness wasn't life-threatening, so why are you so reluctant to share any other details? It may not have been life-threatening, that doesn't mean it hadn't been life-altering. I see, that must have been very hard on both of you. Of course it was. That was why I did everything I could to find a cure. We were desperate. He couldn't taste anything, not even his favorite desserts.
Huh?
Did he have a taste disorder? Was he overweight? No, let's not ask that.
Yes?
As I understand, the Ultimate Cookbook contains a recipe for a very particular medication, one that Mr. Tangaroa used to cure himself of his own taste disorder.
Oh, good. That was good.
So he had it too? Too, you say? So your son had a taste disorder then, am I correct? How did I let that slip? You've been asking me to believe you needed to win the cookbook in order to cure your son. Was that really the case? Of course it was. What are you saying? Saying that I'm not so sure that's true based on everything you told me. I have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning. I better...
Okay, we gotta do the last...
Okay. So you needed the cookbook to cure your son. Yeah, nowadays you can get the medication he needed anywhere. Back then the book was our only hope, which is why I didn't dare waste my time on fancy tea parties. I had to give it all to my work. What about Mr. Tangaroa's work? Surely that tea gave you perfect opportunity to go steal a glance at it. And what makes you think I had the energy or time to care about what the others had made?
Bide. I'm gonna say...
I'm still recovering.
Okay, no, never mind. Okay, I'm
Crap.
stupid. Okay.
No, you're not stupid. You're just following patterns that they're breaking. But you cared about Mr. Tangaroa's work. I think you made abundantly clear how much interest you had in Mr. Tangaroa's work. What's more, if you returned to win the Ultimate Cookbook, I seriously doubt you would have passed up on a chance to take a peek at your competitor's entries. I had plenty of chances throughout the contest to see and sample my rival's work, you know. Each time I did, nothing seemed to have any flavor. Must have been nerves or something. Nothing Mr. Gusto tasted had any flavor. That seemed like it could be an important clue.
Oh,
Wait.
okay. Name of the son's condition. Name of the son's condition.
All the times he's sweating, you also need to press, I think. Okay.
Oh, okay. The clue. It's right.
Wasn't
Yep.
life-threatening.
So he had a taste disorder.
Yeah.
And now we do the clue.
You were sick yourself, weren't you? Taste disorders are difficult to live with. It isn't easy not being able to enjoy your food. You should know, after all, you just told me you'd experienced something like that during the contest. You said that nothing you sampled had any flavor. Those were your words, correct? Should seem to suggest you were suffering from a taste disorder. Confection without a sense of taste, not exactly ideal. You sure it was actually your own condition you were seeking a cure for? I've had enough of your speculations. Managed just fine that contest. Made all my own entries, no problem. But weren't you working with Mr. Frost? Logic chess is a two-part thing. You press when the other characters show there's a straight-up contradiction, or when the other character shows or tell that also when there's a straight-up contradiction. Anyway, congrats, almost there! Sorry, but I'm afraid you're contradicting your own testimony. You already admitted that you and Mr. Frost had worked together during the contest. It's too late to claim you did it all on your own. You would have us believe that you are a man of principle, dedicated student of the confectioner's art. My controller was vibrating quite a lot there. You abandoned those principles and conspired with Mr. Frost to rig the contest, all so you could cure your own taste disorder. You'll got me, Mr. Prosecutor. As you said, my sense of taste was shot. My son's was fine. I kept it in for so long, 18 years, and nobody knew. Sadly, you can lie to others, but you can't lie to me. Both Mr. Gusteau and Mr. Frost entered the contest, hoping to obtain the ultimate cookbook for the medicine that would cure Mr. Gusteau's disorder, and the money would bring in for Mr. Frost. Thus, an easy alliance was forged. And I believe it's checkmate.
Woo! We got healed.
Yay.
And it's almost 4:30.
Almost. Mind chess checkmate. I'll admit it, you're good. I never told anyone about this, but you figured it all anyway. It's true, 18 years ago I developed agwusia.
What's agwusia?
It's a taste disorder that makes it so you can't taste anything at all. A confectioner's worst nightmare. Mr. Fender, is this what Mr. Tangaroa had as well? No, the big man had what they called dissociated taste disorder. Basically, some things he could taste just fine, while others had no flavor at all. So he suffered too. Couldn't have been easy. Not when there wasn't a way to cure it on the market. Which is why you needed Mr. Tangaroa's cookbook. Do you admit now that was the real reason you entered the contest? It's only one of the reasons. I wasn't lying when I said I wanted the title. When I put my mind to something, it gets done, and I won't lose to anybody. I may not have been able to taste it then, I still knew my stuff was good enough to win. Oh, so you went into the final thinking you stood a good chance of winning? Of course. What was it that Fender had said about what Mr. Tangaroa thought of Mr. Gusteau's creations? Mr. Gusteau's creations were a perfect balance of flavor and design, at least up through the semi-final. But disappointing, his entry for the final was subpar on both counts. We were told that your entry for the final was far from the prize-winning taste sensation you describe. What happened, Mr. Gusteau? What went wrong that day? Fine. You want me to talk? I'll talk, but you're not going to like what I have to say.
I think... Who knows how long this is going to take, so I think we might stop here.
Alright. Alright, this seems like a good place to stop, I guess.
records.
Records, yeah. Confrontation, Carmelo Gusto, Part 1.
Oh, goody. Yeah, so hopefully we finish this next week.
Okay, yep, so yeah. Next time, we're going to finish up this case. It's been a long time coming, but like, wow, yeah. There was a lot that went into that. Yeah, well, we're pretty sure that Carmelo Gusto did it. I'm pretty sure. Next time, be ready. You're in for some memorable testimony. Oh, I'm sure I am.
Oh, goody.
Well, thank you everybody for watching. Hope you all had a good time. I sure did. Next time we'll finish things up with this case, hopefully. Crazy by Ace Attorney standards testimony. Oh, goody. Oh, goody, goody gumdrops. Well, anything you want... See you later. Next stream, half of the Investigations 2 streams will be this case. Wow. And after that, Chapter 4, sorry in advance, Sky. Why do you keep saying that? Well, anything you want to say before we go?
No.
Alright, well, in that case, until next time, I'm Miss Jukebox 8.
And I'll get Cloud Lord.
And thank you for a wonderful time.